Welcome to Ethereum Cat Headers Meeting 109. I've shared agenda in chat. It's issue number 354 on Ethereum Cat Herders PM repository. So we have on agenda today Ethereum network upgrades, related updates. Then we will just share some information about events, fellowship, and hackathons going around. General updates about Ethereum cat herders, followed by new initiative or association which we are hoping to have in the community, and that will be followed by the outstanding action items, if any. So starting with the first item listed on the agenda, which is Ethereum network upgrades. So we are expecting Cancun and Deneb upgrade, which is also known as Dencon upgrade. For Dencon, okay, before we get into Dencon upgrade, I think there was a mainnet incident that happened about a week ago where mainnet blocks were not finalizing in the expected time. Happy to share the issue has been resolved. There was a new client release done by every client, every consensus client. So people may have updated. If you haven't, please check out your respective client and update your client node. There was a post-mortem report shared by Prism team, and it contains the details of like what when happened and what were the precautionary measures taken to not have this kind of situation occur in future. Moving on to the Deneb, the consensus layer change, that the upgrade that we are expecting with Dencon. There were a few proposals for discussion in the last meeting, and we are hoping for some of the specs change to be added in the release, which is probably today or tomorrow. The changes that we would be expecting with Tenor would be update blocks or blob size limit to max blob commitment per block. The issue number is, I'm sorry, the pull request number here is 3338 at consensus specs. People can visit that. There is one change related to engine API where validate blob version has executions. So that is to pass version hashes for EL validation consensus specs. You can find it on PR number 3359, and there was one more update related to endianness of the polynomial commitment. So it seems like people are more interested in going to watch the big endian rather than the small one. So we can expect these changes in client specs may be released this week. For EIP 4788, we could not get any consensus. The proposal is generally liked by people, but there was an alternate proposal shared in the last consensus dev meeting. So just to sum up, this proposal hasn't secured a space in Dencon upgrade so far. Hopefully we'll get it to be discussed more on the execution layer meeting this week to know more if this proposal can be included or not. There was another interesting proposal for Deneb, and that was attestation inclusion range increase to expand attestation slot range. That is still under discussion. That may not be able to make it to the next spec release, but it could be for the subsequent release. On research side, there was a proposal by Shyway for removing merge conditions that was introduced, I think, during Capella. So people are mostly in agreement of that. So we are hoping to have that removed from the specs. That's all on Deneb upgrade that we are expecting. I have added the recording to EIP 4844 implementers call 22, which was the last call that happened, I believe, last week, if I am not mistaken. And yeah, there is no change in the existing list of proposals. We still have 7 proposals. Out of these 7, it seems to be 4 into accepted by clients, so probably will be part of DevNet. whenever it is launched. 3 proposals are still into consideration. They haven't been included yet. So check out for proposal 2537, which is pre-compiled for BLS 12381. Proposal 4788 beacon block route, and proposal 6493, that is SSZ transaction signature scheme. We have some useful resources with respect to these proposals. Check out PEEP and EEP. I have added link to the agenda. Similarly, we know that the EOF proposals have been moved to Prague, and the recording from the last meeting and notes are added to the agenda. So that's all about network upgrade. Next section is events, fellowship, and hackathon. EdCon is going on right now. I have shared virtual talk for the community who are there for EdCon. Unfortunately, I could not make it to Montenegro in person. So I hope the information shared with the talk with respect to the elements of Ethereum governance will be useful for people. We are expecting ETH Prague Hackathon in the month of June, June 9 to 11, and there are a list of other events which we are expecting this year down the line. Coming to next item on the agenda, which is general updates and discussion section. These are general stats for different social media, and we encourage people to start following. That way we will be able to share more information of what updates we are expecting with Ethereum, what research work are going on, and many more information with respect to upcoming network upgrade. On ECH engineering, yeah, I see we are joined by George. George, if you have any updates on a website, and yeah, there is one other topic, open source project list, that you would like to share.
Yeah. So when it comes to the ECH website, finished the Denkun page. So that's up on the website, and you can check it out. When it comes to the other project, we've been thinking about creating a directory for ERCs as well as other kinds of EIPs. So we are in the planning stage right now, and we would love additional contributors to help out, whether that's for design, development, or just contributing when it comes to the ideas. We really want to make this a open source group effort. So if you're interested at all, please message either in the Discord or one of us. Happy to have you join.
Thank you, George. So the idea here is we are looking for implementation of EIPs, and right now there is no central repository where people can find what are the implementation of any existing standard of Ethereum repository. So projects, whoever have implemented any of EIPs, they are open source, and they would like to let people know about the implementation of that EIP, and probably open to share their codes, because open source projects are generally helpful for other new developers, new application developers, as well as for students to probably use that in hackathons. And we hope that this page would be a good placeholder for this kind of information, and projects would be able to share their information with the rest of the community. So please share your thoughts. How would you like to see this page to be? And if you are open to help, reach us. Any question, comment so far for any of us? Okay, moving on. Next one is ERC 4337 Telegram integration. So the Telegram integration was done and it was working properly, but after the Wigpart issue, we have tried to restart it. It seems like we are struggling with it for some reason. The script that was originally written is not working. Anyone here or listening to the call, if you have expertise to help out with Discord management and maybe webhooks related information, so they can help us get this integration done properly, please reach out to me. I'm available on Ethereum Cat Herders Discord. It is discord.io/ethcatherders. Please reach out and we'll be happy to have you engaged here. The next one is the ECH meeting video. I don't know, Santosh, if you have anything to add for that.
Yeah, I'm finding it a little difficult with the video version, but on the text version, it's coming out well. Yeah, if you're comfortable, maybe we can upload one or two text version this week and see how it progresses. If it really doesn't work, then I think we'll look for a video version. Happy to
Sounds
take it off as well. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Maybe tomorrow we can sit together sometimes and talk about it. Like if we can at least publish one
Yeah. I
this
can
week.
have videos. Got it. I can have 2 to 3 videos ready before our discussion tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much. Moving on to the ECH podcast. So I believe we have published our last podcast this Thursday. I mean, the last Thursday, of course. And we will be hoping to get another episode released this Thursday. There is a page at Ethereum Cat Herders website. So it's ethereumcatherders.com/podcast. Please check out that page and you will find the link to all podcast platforms where we have published our podcast with respect to Peep and Eep or earlier conversation with Ethereum community developers. Excuse me. The next section here is PPNA or EIPS Insight. Okay, fine. For EIPS Insight, I think in the month of May we have received 12 EIPs as draft and 4 EIPs so far in the final status. There are 6 EIPs which were moved to the last call. Out of those 6, one is proposal which is extended. I mean, the last call period was completed, but there were major changes on the proposal. So EIP editor decided to extend the period of last call, and the new deadline is May 27th. The proposal number is 6454 minimal transferable NFT detection interface. So if you are an NFT application developer and you are hoping to make use of this proposal, you find this proposal good, useful, or if you find that there is something that can be changed to help out with your project, I think this is your second last chance that you are getting to get this proposal updated. Please share your feedback comments with the author by the end of May, that is May 27th. Once the proposal moved to final status, it would be really hard to make any further changes. So please, if you have any comments, reach out to the author. Drop a comment at Fellowship of Ethereum Magician. In the link added to the agenda, you can find the entire list of proposals which were added in the month of May and the statuses of different EIPs. Next is Peep and Eep. I believe we have published episode 108, which is ERC6672 multi-redeemable NFT last week. And tomorrow we have, I am trying to find out the name of the proposal. So tomorrow we have a recording for EIP 6059 parent governed nestable NFT tokens. Yeah, with Bruno and Steven. Time is 18:30 UTC. You can check out the schedule for upcoming proposals, upcoming talks. We are hoping to have a conversation with Mikhail and some of the new developers. I'm saying relatively new because they are fresh batch from Ethereum Protocol Fellowship and they have contributed to this proposal. We are looking forward to have a chat with these people on EIP 6110 on June 27th. Check out the calendar for rest of the proposals which we have scheduled, and if you have missed any past talk, please subscribe to Ethereum Cat Holders YouTube and follow the playlist Peep and Eep. So that is all about Peep and Eep, and yeah, I'm happy to see. Looks like we have received all the notes. We have notes up for all core dev execution 161, all core dev consensus 109, EIP IP meeting 81. So yeah, great job team. Thank you so much for having the submission on time. Any question, comment from anyone so far? Very well. So the next item here is a new initiative and association. We are joined by Stater Labs team here, and yeah, I would invite them to probably give their introduction and let us know how they are interested to help the Ethereum Cat Hunters community.
Thanks, Pooja, and hi everyone. Super excited to be interacting with the Ethereum Cat Herder community. I will be very happy to share some details about, what we are doing in terms of liquid staking, and also more than happy to be in a continuous engagement with the community to answer any questions with respect to either node operations on ETH or liquid staking from the user side as well. I will start with sharing a few slides so that, it's easy to follow through, and let's get going from there. Can you guys see the slides? Okay, great. So, hi everyone. I am Anuti. I am the head of Ethereum business at Stater. We are a multi-chain liquid staking solution currently present across 6 different blockchains, those being the likes of Polygon, BNB, Hedera, Phantom, Near, and Terra 2.0. We are super thrilled to share that we are soon coming to Ethereum, and the launch is scheduled for the mid of next month. And so far, in our multi-chain journey, we have had a great track record. We reached over $1 billion in TVL during the time that we were on Terra, and even post that, continued a really strong momentum across major chains. And our current TVL is north of $107 million. We have 70,000 stakers who have staked with us so far, and we have a really strong social community of 250K plus members. And we really want to leverage this momentum and keep growing and adding value for both our users and node operators on Ethereum. So currently, the opportunity to become a home staker on Ethereum is really a great opportunity. So, if you're somebody who is interested on the tech side of things and can potentially evaluate this, it could be a really great experience and financial opportunity for you. Some of the things you could tap into are flexible cloud and hardware options for running your nodes. So if you are somebody who wants to run multiple nodes in the range of hundreds, then you can opt for a hardware solution like Avado or DApp node. And if you are somebody who wants to play it a little small to begin with and would want to run maybe even a single node, then alternative options like all nodes are great options. Also, if you don't want to go through the headache of managing a hardware and still want to run large-scale node ops, then other large cloud service providers like AWS and Google Cloud are also very strong options. So the infra is all set up for you to tap into. Also, there are multiple options through which you could become a node operator on Ethereum. Obviously, the standard option of solo staking exists. It's a really great option where you can become a node operator on Ethereum by staking 32 ETH of your own. And you will then accrue the EL and the CL rewards, which is the execution consensus layer rewards on your entire 32 ETH. However, there are alternative ways to become node operators on Ethereum through liquid staking platforms. Like centralized solutions like Lido, and then decentralized protocols like RPL, and then now Stader. So each of them have their own, value propositions, and you need to choose what's the best solution for you. In the centralized solutions, users need to deposit their ETH and get staked across a set of permissioned node operators. Currently, in a basket of 20 to 30 validators, whereas decentralized solutions require node operators to bond a minimum amount of ETH in order to be eligible to become a node operator. And the balance amount is fulfilled from users' funds. Happy to discuss this in detail over subsequent sessions. And then, there is a very strong community support, as you guys already might know, through communities like the ETH Cat Herder, ETH Stakers, the protocol communities, where you often get, continuous support on Discord for any questions that you might have. And, at Stader, we're trying to ensure that you have the product tech and, community mods who are supporting you with any guidance that you might need, even in terms of node ops, so that if you're somebody who has not done this before, you can still make this opportunity work for you. And then lastly, needless to say, your node operations come with attractive rewards in the form of execution and consensus layer rewards on your bonded ETH or the ETH that you stake on the chain directly, plus commissions that come in from users' funds. And while the opportunity to become a node operator on ETH is really, out there and attractive, it is important to understand the landscape of staking that is currently, facing ETH, and then evaluate what could be the best opportunity for you as an aspiring or existing node operator. So the current liquid staking landscape on ETH, in fact, staking in particular is fairly centralized, with 50% of the ETH being staked with the top 3 players. For liquid staking in particular, it lies with the predominant player, and they own 90% of the share. While there has been, a strong focus on decentralization, decentralized protocols, on the other hand, have faced this challenge of high capital requirement. So if you're a solo staker, then you need to give in 32 ETH. And if you partner with decentralized protocols, then the best available solution right now is 8 ETH and 2.6 ETH worth of governance token requirement. And lastly, there is a significant amount of untapped DeFi potential for liquid staking currently on Ethereum. It's the second largest blockchain with a really thriving DeFi ecosystem. And the possibilities to make LST a high utility token here is really limitless. And that is an opportunity that, protocols have not been able to really double down on in a big way currently. So all these three, situations and status quo require for some intervention. And this is exactly what we are trying to do with our upcoming solution, which is ETH. So ETH is going to be the liquid staking token that Stader will bring to Ethereum. And as I mentioned, while the liquid staking landscape currently is fairly centralized, we are coming up with a hybrid model of a multi-pool architecture, where we will have a set of permissionless validators and permissioned validators. 70% of our stake is going to the permissionless validators. And so as you look on the slide, these permissionless validators will be able to spin up a node on Ethereum with only 4 ETH. This is the lowest capital requirement in the ecosystem so far. And it is magnitudes lower compared to solo staking. So 85% lower capital required to solo staking, and even a significant reduction compared to existing solutions. So 50% reduction compared to the alternative solution. This low capital requirement also helps you build leverage and hence results in higher rewards. So because of the ETH leverage of the 4 ETH bond, node operators are basically able to earn 35% higher returns compared to solo staking. And in addition to this 4 ETH bond, there is a requirement of an SD bond. SD is Stata's native governance token. And we have really tried to keep it, the lowest possible, which is only 0.4 ETH worth of SD per validator. The alternative solutions require 6x of this requirement in governance token bonding requirements. And lastly, we are also creating this option of access to socializing pool for the node operators so that you guys can benefit from the consistent MEV rewards and don't have to really wait for becoming a block proposer to tap into the MEV rewards. So this value proposition basically, in a TLDR is that you spin up a node with the lowest capital required in the network, which is just 4 ETH and 0.4 ETH worth of SD. And we will really help you max out on your rewards. So the blended rewards that you will earn on ETH plus SD is going to be significantly higher than alternative solutions. And at a $200 million TVL mark, that still comes to 11.11% for our node operators. If you can come to our Discord and leverage our Discord to understand the rewards. And lastly, I would just leave you guys with this information. And if you have any further queries, feel free to reach us out on the Discord channel and we will share all the resources with you. And also happy to keep joining the ECH Herder Discord to share more information. If there are topics that you would want us to talk about, more than happy to discuss those and contribute. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Anuti. This was a great presentation. I was really excited to see the capital investment here is less than like anyone could have for a solo staking, and the reward they are expecting could be higher with respect to other providers here. It's always good to have a healthy competition, as well as we would want to have more node operators getting online to support the ecosystem. So thank you so much,
Pooja.
Yeah. Anyone on the call, if you have any question for Anuti or anyone for this data lab, either you can share here, and I hope you guys are also available on our Discord. If they have question, probably they can reach out to you. Awesome. Well, thank you for this. Moving on to the next item, which is another project. It's a project by Golem Foundation called Octant. They are also staking services, and they have recently shared some information about the public good funding, and they are hoping to add support to us, the Ethereum cat herders. On a note that they have shared, they are working on the special pre-launch, and the voting for public good fundings would be taking place in ECC on somewhere in between July 17th to July 20th. I'm happy to share that they have also considered Ethereum cat herders for that. We hope to hear more about this project in upcoming cat herders meeting. We hope to have some representation and may be able to learn more about this project. All right. Next item here is an update on ECH Access. I believe I have updated Access on Medium. I'm still working on Discord and Twitter. Next is a contributor to send weekly tweets. I am not sure if we have much progress. Santosh, I am aware that you have a proposition here, please.
I started with it. I had like about like 1 or 2 tweets. That's two draft tweets I have. But before we meet tomorrow, I'll make sure I create at least 4 to 5 so that we can schedule it for this whole week.
Sounds good to me. We can probably discuss it offline and get a time for that. Okay, and the last sub-item for this particular section is any new idea for community engagement. If people on the call or maybe hearing to this call later on from the community, if you have any thoughts, suggestions, how we can extend our support to the Ethereum community, please do not hesitate. Reach out to us either on Discord, on Telegram, or on Twitter. just drop us a comment. So that's pretty much all about it, and I'm just taking a quick look from the meeting notes if we have any action item for this meeting. Hopefully not, but let me just take a quick look now. I think it's more on the update side, so I think we are all good for today. Anyone would like to add or share anything before we wrap up? Very well. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for joining today, and we hope to see you in next 2 weeks. Till then, if you have anything to share, please feel free to make use of channels available on ETH Herders Discord. Have a good one, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. It was great interacting.
Thank you, everyone.